Yes. Hello, my name is Stan Smith. I'm your 2022 Board President. I'd like to thank everyone for attending this meeting via Zoom. This annual general meeting of the membership of the Rockport Art Association is required by the bylaws of the association. As Luis will soon explain, 2021 was a huge success, and we're confident that 2022 will be too. We're also very excited to see the new Art Center and Performing Arts Center coming to completion this fall, along with a beautiful sculpture garden tying the two buildings together. None of this could have been accomplished without the tireless efforts of the association members over the last 8 years. Now it's my pleasure to turn the meeting over to our Executive Director, Luis Perron.
Ready. Thank you, Stan. I would like to share with you our membership, our top 10 financial indicators for fiscal year 2021. Number 1, our 2021 motto, "We are open for business." Despite the continuation of the pandemic and cancel culture across the country, the organization managed to raise funds and continue with its mission, hosting 100% of its programs and events. Number 2, during a second downtrend year for the nonprofit sector nationally, actual gross income exceeded budget in 6 of 7 revenue areas. Membership down 11%, capital campaign up 100%, contributions up 75%, government support up 53%, sales up 216%, special events up 21%, tuition and fees up 16%. Number 3, actual gross income was $1.7 million, 65% higher than the $1.1 million budget projection. Fiscal year 2021 was an exceptional fundraising year. Number 4, despite the higher revenue, expense curbing measures enacted in 2020 continued and resulted in actual expenses coming in $4,000 higher against budget. Higher revenue and lower expenses moved the needle significantly, leaving a healthy 6-figure end-of-year surplus of $473,000. Number 5, of the $473,000 surplus, $200,000 was carried over to fiscal year 2022 for first quarter operations. The first quarter has traditionally been our slowest financial performance period. Of this surplus, $212,000 were transferred to capital project accounts. The balance was used to settle accounts payable carried over from 2021 to 2022. Number 6, the return on our investment portfolio for 2021 was very favorable at $110,000. Of that value, $53,000 or 48% was unrestricted net investment income. Since we had substantial operating income, there was no need to take a distribution from the endowment fund. Number 7, Part 1, fiscal year 2021 contributions in the operating budget totaled $593,000, more than any other year in our 53-year history. A quarterly breakdown demonstrates July is still king. First quarter, $70,000 or 12%. Second quarter, $117,000 or 20%. Third quarter, $281,000 or 47% due to our art auction gala and our art festival. Fourth quarter, $125,000 or 21%. If there is a goal to be worked on in 2022 and the future, is to lessen our dependence on income from special events. Number 7, Part 2. This is how fiscal year 2021 contributions in the amount of $593,000 were divided. Cash, $336,000 or 57%. Cash and in-kind restricted for programs and sculptural acquisitions, $130,000 or 22%. Non-cash auction items, $127,000, or 21%. In this slide, you'll see some of the acquisitions that we have been working on tirelessly for the last 2 years. Ken Olberg's Maritime Romance, Wardle's Beach Day, Noblique's Austin Street Red, new acquisitions valued at $175,000 that improved our balance sheet position. Number 8, in 2020, due to loss of funding for free youth education programs such as the Arts-Based Summer Camp and Free Family Saturdays, an end-of-year appeal was started. It was repeated in 2021. To date, the campaign has raised $41,000, or 63%, to fund programs that will cost $65,000 to deliver. Pending grant requests should cover the $24,000 difference. This has become our staple end-of-year appeal that launches on National Philanthropy Day. Number 9, in March 26, 2021, the organization received approval for a second Paycheck Protection Program through the SBA in the amount of $74,000. These funds covered 100% of our salaries through June 15th of the same year. The PPP is a forgivable loan. The debt was forgiven in full the same fiscal year. And finally, number 10, in 2021, the Imagine Capital campaign raised $495,000. This is the breakdown of the transactions. Disposal of assets, $236,000. Cash gifts or pledges, $259,000. A total of 13 gifts or transactions made up 92% of the total raised. In this slide, you see a bar graph that depicts major sources of support from 2015 to 2021. In 2021, every category trended up as compared to the prior year. This pie chart depicts the largest categories with net sales and special events net income coming in at 31%. This chart contains the raw data from the accounting system used to create the 2 preceding slides. This bar graph depicts our financial position from 2015 to 2021. The debt shown in 2021 for $500,000 is a foundation bridge loan that will be repaid once construction is completed. The loan helps us meet our financial obligations to our contractor while we await payment from the federal government. This bar graph depicts our additional categories in the organization's financial position. You can see on the far right side of the graph that our net assets have grown substantially. And finally, this chart contains the raw data from the accounting system used for the 2 preceding slides. In conclusion, the financial state of the Rockport Art Association is stable, strong, and demonstrating steady growth. In the 7 years since 2014, the balance sheet has grown from $2 million to $14 million. In the same period, annual operations revenue has grown from $800,000 to $1.7 million. I would now like to give you a status report on the public phase of the Imagine Capital campaign. Fundraising for the Imagine Capital campaign continues. To date, we need $340,000 in order to meet our goal of $12.2 million to fund the entire capital project completely. I will be sharing more on our capital campaign activities during our monthly newsletters. I would now like to turn it over to Larry Beavers, who is going to give you a capital project update.
Thank you, Louise. Good afternoon, everyone. We would like to provide a capital project update for early 2022. You're going to see a video that we'd like to share with you. The construction project for the Rockport Center for the Arts and the Performing Arts Center is well underway with nearly 50% completion of the building project. Looking back at the calendar, on April 5th of 2021 was when Teal Construction Company first started the new project. As you can see to date, The project has progressed from civil site work to building foundations, to block walls, to placement of steel and decking, to exterior waterproofing, to exterior wall treatments, to interior build-out, and all the related electrical, mechanical systems, and plumbing working towards a completed project. On our team is GrantWorks, which continues to do monthly site interviews with contractors and trades to conform with EDA federal requirements. Enjoy the video. As you see, as several of the trades complete their scheduled work, new trades move in and out to start different construction tasks. Now we're looking at what will be the future of our new sculpture garden between the clay studio and the PAC building. There's a beautiful picture of the clay studio, our courtyard, the RCA new building. I know you see all the steel laying on the ground. Now we have a beautiful picture walking up the ramp of our new building. Now we are inside the RCA building. We see the metal construction, the steel stud work, the doors, the upper steel, the second floor. Now we're going to walk through this door, and we're going to look out onto our future courtyard and walkways. Looking across is the clay studio, which will be a set of stairs that will lead up to a rooftop terrace. We have the beautiful teal waterproofing, which will one day be covered up. Now we have another viewpoint of the courtyard with the stairs will be installed. Now we have stepped inside the classroom of the clay studio, one of two classrooms. So as you can see, there is a common wall between classroom 1 and 2. As we walk through this opening, we will be in the second classroom of the clay studio. Doors to be installed, glass wall, build out for the kiln. We have natural light coming from the roof monitor. Now we have an overview of the entire clay studio and our new home of our Rockport Center for the Arts. Over the next few months, you're going to see the civil site work starting again with concrete walkways, ramps, paving, and retaining walls. There's a beautiful view of our new Performing Arts Center. So we want to continue to thank everyone who has helped us to get to this point. Now, there's an absolutely beautiful picture of our new large ballroom conference center for the performing arts. Long span joists. Now we go back to an aerial. What you see there is they're installing the exterior wall treatment. The roof is getting ready on the PAC building. There's a very nice view of all three buildings. Keep in mind, we've done all this work since April 5th of 2021. We want to thank our pilot, Ty Usack, for producing such a fabulous video. He's panning around, going up North Street to the west. That will be the home of a new parking lot that will be for events for the Rockport Center for the Arts, Performing Arts Center, and the Downtown District. Lastly, we would like to thank our design team, Richter Architects, and our Teal Construction Company, our construction manager, for all the hard work of managing and scheduling the construction task. And lastly, we would like to say thank you to everyone who has helped the Rockport Center for the Arts.
Thank you, Larry. Now that everyone has experienced the behind-the-scenes look at the campus construction project, let me share with you the behind-the-scenes operations activities as we prepare to fill this beautiful new campus with engaging art activities. Our staff is growing. We have had 3 new individuals join our team since last year's membership update, and I'd like to take a moment to introduce them to you. Brooke Bruni joined the staff in April as our new administrative assistant. Brooke helps process memberships, contributions, and manages our event guest list, which reminds me, our Spring Art Fair VIP preview party is selling out quickly. If you haven't already purchased your tickets, please do so soon before this event is sold out. It is going to be a wonderful event this year with 13 gallerists representing art and artists from across the state of Texas. Kathleen Clark joined our team in January of this year as our new education coordinator. She has been busy lining up an exciting array of classes and workshops for the winter and spring seasons, as well as managing our Art Educator Day conference, which happened earlier this month. The spring classes and workshops are now all listed online, and I encourage you to take a look at all of the new offerings coming up. My finger. Also new this year is Carla Ligon, who joined the team this month as our new venue manager. Carla comes to us a seasoned hospitality professional with the expertise needed to build our conference center rental business and revenue stream from the ground up. In fact, this week she has already been securing bookings for 2023 in the venue space. I also want to recognize continuing staff members Elena Rodriguez, our curator of exhibitions, and Kim Ivey, our gift shop and gallery manager, for their hard work and continuing efforts to innovate. We are very fortunate to have this diverse team, and I am grateful for all of their many contributions to serving our mission. On the programming side, staff are busy with traditional programming activities while also preparing new programs you will see in 2023 in the new campus. As we have already mentioned, we have had a robust class and workshop season this winter with another full catalog of spring offerings coming in March. In the gallery, our artist in residence, Bill Tierstig, helped kick off the year with a beautiful ceramics exhibit, and next week, Rising Eyes of Texas will be installed. We hope you will join us for the opening reception on Saturday, March 5th. The last weekend in March, we will host the second annual Spring Art Fair. This year's fair is a tour of Texas galleries. Tickets to the fair are on sale now and are just $6 each. You can purchase them online or in person at the gallery. You may also purchase your Spring Art Fair VIP preview party tickets in either location. July 1st through 3rd, we will host the 54th Annual Rockport Art Festival and Art Auction Party in the Big Tent. And if all goes as planned, our final festival of the year, the 16th Annual Rockport Film Festival, will be held in our very own new venue center, November 10th through 13th. Plans are also underway in all departments for new and exciting programming in 2023. The Exhibition Committee is putting the final touches on the 2023 exhibition calendar, which will kick off with a fabulous exhibit we all know and love, Birds in Art. This remarkable exhibit will be the first curated show in the new galleries and will set the tone for the year ahead. The Education Committee is also hard at work, planning a robust calendar of advanced workshops in a wide variety of mediums, including oil, acrylic, watercolor, pastel, plein air, ceramics, printmaking, jewelry, and more. We have our sights set on becoming known as the plein air painting capital of Texas, and we are setting the groundwork for a future plein air festival. There is also growth on the horizon for our youth programming in 2023. This year, we are starting a spring break camp, and while it will be small next month, we hope to expand this camp significantly next year as we have more classroom space available. We are also working with multiple educators to schedule field trips for area schools in 2023. Some of these groups include entire grade levels, with plans for as many as 200 students touring the campus in one day. In the gift shop and members gallery, we are researching new inventory systems to help us prepare to efficiently manage the larger volume of inventory that we will be able to carry once we move to the new campus. Meetings with the Performing and Literary Arts Committee will begin soon, and this committee will work on planning new activities for the venue center. These activities will be interwoven into the schedule of facility rentals that Carla is already hard at work booking for various conferences and business meetings. As we begin to generate revenues from the conference center, these funds will help us to continue to grow our arts operations and will allow us to bring the membership even more engaging programming throughout the calendar year. And lastly, we don't want to be the only ones to enjoy all this wonderful new programming happening right here in our community. We want to share. We want to grow our membership to ensure everyone in our community gets to take advantage of all the great offerings the new campus will provide. We want this space to belong to our entire community, and to do so, we need your help. When we ask new members how they learned about Rockport Center for the Arts, so many of them indicate that they heard about us from their neighbor or from a friend. So, I am asking each of you listening today to please tell a friend or a neighbor about all of the great things happening and soon to be happening at Rockport Center for the Arts, and invite them to one of our upcoming events. Together, we can continue to deliver on our mission and reach more of our community than ever before.
We would not like to entertain any comments or questions from those of you that are participating with us via Zoom. Thank you, first of all, for joining us. I know it's late, but we're ready to talk to you. Any questions?
They can unmute themselves or they can type a question.
You can unmute yourself or you can type a question and we will try to answer it as best as we can.
They're waiting on questions, Debbie.
Can I go ahead and fix your food?
I guess. I mean, I don't know how long this is going to last. I have no idea.
If nobody has any questions or comments, we can move to adjourn the meeting. Is there anybody interested in making a comment or a question?
Hold on, we have one.
We have one question.
Will there be another Guy Clark Festival?
Will there be another Guy Clark Festival? Probably not exactly like we did it last year. We are going to be getting into the performing arts business, and I think musical performances are going to be an important part of our new offerings in the new space. So the answer is yes, but it probably will not be exactly like what you experienced last year. Good question.
I have a comment. Kent
Yes, sir.
Goldberg. I just wanted to congratulate Luis. Splendid, bloody incredible work you've done. And pulled all
Here,
that
here.
together. Congratulations, my
Yes.
friend.
Thank you, Kent and Verla. We love you very much. Thank you for joining us in this Zoom meeting, and we look forward to seeing you in Rockport very soon.
Thank you.
We have lots of hellos in the chats, but I'm not seeing any questions.
Are there any other questions from our membership or any other comments?
Ditto.
Thank you.
Great
I think that's Jingizi.
Cindy.
Oh, Cindy.
I think.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you for joining us today.
We have lots of compliments, not a lot of questions.
We've received a lot of compliments. We really thank our membership. We're so happy that you joined us for this annual general membership meeting here February 24th. We look forward to continuing to serve you. And if there are any other questions, we're going to adjourn the meeting at 5:55 p.m. Thank you very much.
Good job, everybody.
Great job.